Hi, so in today's video I'm going to be looking at the different categories of YouTube videos, which goes with assignment 2, looking at YouTube categories. So you might be familiar with certain types of videos on YouTube. A lot of you probably watch gaming videos where people play against each other and screenshot or screencast what they play. And what we're going to look at today, and we'll watch a few examples as well before we do this assignment, is going to look at how we can categorize these different types of videos. Also as a way of exposing you to some that perhaps you don't normally watch. If you've looked at a lot of the videos on the top of the website, then you'll notice that a lot of those tend to sort of do the daily vlog videos where it's like a diary. But I wanted just to show you a few different types and expose you to a few different types so you're not just sort of stuck on the ones that I've recommended. And just as a guide, often when you're watching YouTube, you'll sort of discover new things as you go along. That's the wonder of YouTube. They're always recommending things to you and asking you to have a look at this video, and if you like this one, then you'll probably like this one. And of course, people recommending videos to you is also another way of expanding your interest or expanding what you're exposed to. So I've sort of primarily watched Zoella videos, and mainly her beauty videos, I guess, and some of her vlogs. And Dan and Phil do gaming videos where they not only sort of show you the game, but they also have a separate sort of competition against each other as well. And Dan has a lot of videos where he just talks to the camera about different things that has happened in his life. But Bailey's recently exposed me to a couple of new YouTubers. One is Hannah Hart, and I'm not sure whether I should recommend this or not, but she has something called a drunk kitchen where she gets together with other YouTubers and they make stuff in the kitchen, which isn't always edible. They're quite funny, but like I said, it's a little concerning because she does tend to sort of promote this positive use of alcohol. But we watched a few of those, and the good thing, and I know you're probably going to cringe, but the good thing about watching with your parents is it opens up a discussion for some of these issues as well. But just thought I'd mention that one because it is out there, and it is quite funny. They don't get really, really drunk, but maybe not that positive. But the other one that I've been really enjoying, because I don't like watching a lot of American YouTubers, is a girl who goes by the name of Graveyard Girl. I'll put a link to her channel in the description below, or over there if I remember. And she does a lot of would they work, or does this thing really work, is what she calls them. So once a week she gets those things that you get on as seen on TV, and she tries them out and sees whether they really works, and appears to give what are really quite honest reviews. Like I said in one of my previous videos, you've got to watch these because often they are given these products or sponsored by people and therefore have to say good things about them. But from what I've seen of hers, she does mention whether it's been sent to her by the company or whether she's bought it herself, and she does have those sorts of disclaimers. But she tries the product out and gives a review, and they're really quite interesting, funny. She's quite a unique performer. She does a lot of other categories of videos. So she does the does this thing really work? She does what she calls unboxing. So when you get a product and you open it up and you see what's actually inside. She does makeup tutorials as well, and a few other different categories for those, which I haven't really watched. I've mainly stuck to the does this thing really work videos. They're just really funny and really quite interesting because you always see these ads and wonder if they actually do what they're supposed to do. So I've watched a few other different types of videos recently. So your task is to have a look at a wide range of videos, and you don't necessarily have to watch the whole thing. You can just look at the channel name, or you can look at just the first couple of minutes of the video, and then see whether you can group those videos into a certain type of categories. So we've already talked about the collab or collaboration videos where characters are working with other characters. This is the assignment sheet for it. Okay, So you're going to start off working as a group. So even those people who are creating their own YouTube channel, I want you to be involved in this because it might give you some ideas about what you can actually post online. So you need to get into a group and you're going to see whether you can come up with, how many have I said? Five categories of YouTube videos. But what I said is you can't actually use certain words. So I've got a whole list of words here which you can't read because they're probably backwards. So you can't call them funny videos because that word's not allowed. Even humorous I've decided to ban as well. So you've got to come up with categories that are relatively short in title but describe that type of video. So for each one you need to have the name and you need to have at least 3 examples of YouTubers who make those sorts of videos. Okay, so within your group you might actually have someone in the group who watches a certain type of video so they can actually give you some examples straight away. But we will spend a lesson this week looking at a whole range of different types of videos. We haven't really done that yet, but now that you know the language and you're a little bit familiar with it, we'll spend a lesson just showing clips and different YouTube videos that you can watch. As I said, there's also the list above, which gives a bit of a range. And I'll put the links to Hannah Hart and Graveyard Girl underneath. So that's probably 2 lessons this week that we'll be spending in class. One will just be watching YouTube videos, yay, and we'll probably plan that for our longer lesson. And one of the short lessons is when you'll actually get together in your group and talk about how you can categorize these. Now, at that point, the people who are creating their YouTube videos can spend the rest of the week planning and preparing for that. If you're not creating a YouTube channel, your task will be then to write up that information, like the 5 titles, the 3 categories, and then create a poster like you did with the first assignment that explains one category, what it is, and an image which represents that. So that's all on this assignment sheet here. So the whole class will be involved in the group work, actually doing the planning and thinking about those categories. If you're not planning a YouTube channel, then your task for the rest of the week is to write up what you discovered or what you found out, and that's an individual task, and create the poster while the YouTubers work on creating their channel. So the idea is that we present the channels on Friday when we have our last lesson. So what I suggest for those people who are doing their YouTube channel, if you haven't been able to create a normal YouTube video that you would like to present, that you at least do a trial run and show us at least, maybe 30 seconds to a minute of your channel being set up and a video uploaded. Okay, so it doesn't have to necessarily be the standard full-length one if you haven't had time to make one this week. Okay, so there we go. The assignment sheet is linked below, as is my website, now that I know how to do the description things. And like I said, we'll be working on that this week and looking at different types of YouTubers in a little bit more detail and giving you some ideas about maybe what you can watch or what you can create. See you later.